Hey everybody, it's Joe with Joe Knows Cryptos with your daily update. So first thing I'm going to talk about is Genesis Vision. And people might be wondering, where's that moon? Where's the moonshot? Why isn't it over $20? Well, as I had mentioned in previous videos about Genesis Vision and pretty much any cryptocurrency, and pretty much even stocks, most investments follow this same trend, especially over the last few years, that they tend to go up on the first release of news on speculation and the excitement and all the hype builds and the price goes up. And then usually a day or two before and the day of and then after, the price will come down a bit. So Genesis Vision did, see some real good gains. I recommended it at 9. I think it went up over 16. Now it's back around 11 and at 11.50. So basically you had your people who profit took, who followed this trading strategy, who took money off the table. But I did watch it on Binance for a while today, and the buy orders are way, way larger than the sell orders. But they're put in at lower prices, so they're not meeting them yet. Eventually, those buy orders will start to come in higher, and people will that do have buy orders and now that are too low will realize, hey, I'm not gonna be able to get it, for $9, so I better move it up to, $12 or $13. And as the price goes up, so will the buy order prices, and that should help. The other thing is, this isn't really, I don't think the price is really going to start to appreciate for at least, I said maybe about 3 months. And by then I think we'll see some pretty good gains in it, because by then we'll have all the sellers out. And, you still have traders, of course, the price will fluctuate a bit. But I think you're going to have your investors coming in and your buyers coming in that are going to drive the price up. And like I said, it's not going to take many people to buy and hold Genesis Vision tokens for the price to go up, since there's so few of them. Now, news on their app, the Android app for their platform has been released and is usable. The iOS for Apple devices is going to be released shortly. So that one has not been released yet. So when that's released, that's going to just make it available and easier for more people to use. People that are maybe on the fence about using it, but they can't use it on their device, so they're holding off, will be jumping into the market at that time. They started their marketing campaign today. Marketing campaigns, even though they start on a day, take some time to actually see the results from the marketing campaign. So, the first day you market, maybe you reach, 100 people. And then after 2 days, you've reached 200 people. And then after 3 days, you've reached, 300 or 400 people. And then those people who do start to use the platform will, spread by word of mouth, tell their friends, their family, so on and so forth. So that just began. So that's going to increase volume, which is also going to help increase the price. And then in 2 weeks in London, they are sponsoring a very large conference with a lot of managers and brokerage houses. It's going to be the largest Forex conference of the year, and Genesis Vision is a main sponsor of that. So they should see additional people signing on there as well. So if you didn't sell out back when it was up, in the $14 range, you're going to get your chance again. It's just going to take a little bit longer, but what I think we're going to see is a nice steady rise from here, starting in about 3 weeks, I would say. You'll start to see it start to move. It might just kind of bounce around here a while, for the next few weeks, until the word starts to get out and the marketing actually starts to take effect. Like I said, brokers are going to have to get used to using the platform. They probably want to make a few small trades first to make sure they understand it, make sure they are using it correctly, because if they're anything like me, when they are, going to be investing or dealing with other people's money, they want to be cautious, and they just don't want to just lose it and just take chances with it. This, of course, is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. But yeah, if they're anything like me, I don't think that they're going to just say, okay, you gave me $500,000, let me just throw it in this brand new platform that I've never used before into some cryptocurrencies that you may already be a little hesitant about. So it's going to take a little time to build, but it's going to build steadily, and we're going to see good gains from GBT. Don't worry about GBT. I know a lot of people were hoping it was going to shoot up over 20 bucks on the release of the platform, but as you know, that's not the way that people who are in it, that are traders, tend to trade. They tend to sell a few days before and on the day of the release. So don't panic, don't worry. So few tokens and still good news coming out. We're in good shape. All right. Next thing I want to talk about, exciting news for Litecoin, guys. I thought, now if this was last year at this time, Litecoin was already starting to skyrocket. But man, it would have been probably over, it probably would have been double the price that it was. $300, it probably would have been, at $600 or $700 with the news that came out today. If you haven't heard the news, Facebook is going to allow people to pay people through Litecoin. That's pretty huge news. I mean, anticipating any kind of news on any crypto that has any kind of affiliation with a social network as big as Facebook last year would have driven the price of that cryptocurrency skyrocketing. Now things are a little bit different now. People are a little bit more cautious, but this is a sign of acceptance by corporations, acceptance by people who are not they're not skeptical about cryptocurrency anymore. They're giving it a chance. They are actually putting it on Facebook. I think it's on Messenger is the way that you can send it. I have to investigate it a little bit more. I just heard the news not too long ago and was very excited about it, so I just wanted to put it on this video, but I will look into it more and try to get a better report out on it. So Litecoin, guys, I do hold Litecoin, and there's so many cryptocurrencies right now that I wish I had more money to put into. I hate to hold too many, but I just see so much potential in so many different ones right now that man, I just that's just the way it goes though. But guys, please, if you want to comment below on anything we're talking about, or if there's anything you want me to talk about, please comment below as well. If there's any news you think I'm missing or anything that's newsworthy that I haven't mentioned, please comment below and I will definitely mention it in a video. If there's a cryptocurrency that you'd like me to maybe take a look at and give an opinion on, I'd be glad to do that. Just have to give you warning, it may not be the opinion that you like or that you want to hear, and it may be. It's just, when I look at these, I don't dive in super deep at first. I just kind of look them over, kind of see what they do, and just kind of from the feel that I get from it, tell you what I think. And I did have some people comment back about IOTA. I have not had a chance to look back into IOTA. They said that they have the problems worked out with the Tangle and with security. So if they have, then thumbs up, that's great. Like I said, I have yet to look into that and see if those problems have been worked out. But as of just, I think about 3 months ago, last time I really looked into IOTA kind of closely, that was the word. So maybe they've straightened it out since then. If they have, good for IOTA, good for you. I hope you make tons of money on IOTA. Now, guys, if the market goes up, the market cap goes up. That's another thing we should talk about. The market cap is up to back up to 207.5 billion. So still down from the 210, but up from the 202 that we were at just a few days ago. So we are seeing money creep back into the market. I think that they are testing us, testing to see what the highs, what the lows are. When news is given to the public, what kind of response the market has. And at the moment, it doesn't seem like any news of any type is affecting the cryptocurrency market in a dramatic fashion in any way. So what is going to need to happen? I think news is going to have to come out, positive news, which I mentioned yesterday in a video, that I think we're going to have a whole bunch of news come out on one day about how people should get into cryptocurrencies and that it's a smart investment and a wise investment. And it is a wise investment because it's not fiat currency that can just be printed out, and whenever you need more, just print out more. There are actually caps on the number of tokens and coins, especially the ones that need to be mined. Coins that need to be mined, they need energy, they need people to mine them and check them and validate the blocks, and that is worth money. People's time is worth money. So guys, I think we got a lot of positive things happening here. It's just going to take that one spark to ignite this fuse, to make it go haywire. Keep hodling, keep buying the tokens that you like along the way for the next, until this thing takes off, because what you can afford to buy today, you're not going to be able to afford to buy next year. You may say, oh man, I only have, I can only afford 20 Litecoin, or I can only afford 10 Litecoin, or I can only afford, whatever, 5 Litecoin. Litecoin at 50, what's it, about $51, $52 today? Well, next year, this year when you can afford 10 Litecoin and it costs you $500, next year when Litecoin is at, who knows, maybe $600, $700, $800, you're going to be glad that you had bought the 10 Litecoin and not bought any. Of course, we always wish we had more, but that's just human nature. So, guys, I'm going to sign off for today. Please like, subscribe, give me thumbs up. I do see this market trending upward. Like I said, when I looked at GVT and I looked at a lot of other tokens today, the buy walls were overwhelmingly larger than the sell walls. The thing is, the people set their prices to buy lower than what the price of the cryptocurrencies are currently at. So they don't buy them until the price of the crypto goes down. But as the prices start to creep up, people are going to realize, hey, I can't get it this low. I've got to cancel that order and put in a buy order at a higher mark now. And some people might get frustrated if they see it move fast and just say, hey, I'll just buy it at the market. I don't want to miss out. So things are looking good. Like I said, we've bottomed out. That 200, 202 mark, that's probably the bottom. And it's great to know that you're investing in something that's not going to go any lower. It only has one direction to go. And the potential upward is huge. The downward, not so much. The upward, though, is unbelievable, the amount of money that can be made. All right, guys, I love you. Hug your wife, kiss your wife, hug your kids, pet your pets. And remember, Joe loves you, and Joe knows cryptos. God bless. Signing off.